Hello, and welcome to Shortcut Up CNC. Here is one of the benefits of being able to create stuff and using layers. Layers comes in handy for many things. And one of the benefits here is I wanted to create a pocket between the B and this square. And I wanted the square to touch the inner surface of the inner diameter circle. Now, if I just draw a square and then trim it, it's not going to fuse or attach itself to a closed vector. That inner diameter circle is a closed vector. Once it's closed, it's closed. It can be reopened, it can be cut, but it cannot add items to it once it's closed. So, in order to be able to function with a pocket on the inside and be close to the perimeter of this inner diameter circle or vector, we have to recreate this in a different fashion. And if I show you that square, you'll see that it's got a little slight contour to the inner diameter circle. So what I've done in this particular instance is I had the two inner diameter circles and I had the letter B. Now I'm going to create a new layer so I don't mess up anything as I'm working. And I'm going to go to the design stage and go check the square or rectangle, and I'm going to draw it again. Okay, now let's make sure that's centered to the everything else. Now, if I trim this particular square and I leave the join checked, you'll see after I get finished here. Okay, and I say close. And I'm thinking, oh, it joined. Well, if I click on one of these lines, you'll see that it's a single vector. It did not join to the inner diameter circle, and it will not. So what I need to do in order to finish that is I need to take and copy the inner diameter circle to my new layer, and then I can shut everything else down that I don't need. The letter B. Okay. And let's see. Let's turn off the layer one. Okay, that's showing the total square. All right, here's what I need right here. So now what I've done is I've got a circle and I've got my inner lines. What I want to do is I want to join all this. So what I can do is now I can trim this portion of it off and then leave that checked and say close and watch when I click on this. Boom! We have our closed vector and it's got the contour of what we need for the outer, inner, and the letter B. There we have our setup. And I'm using the layer that I created, the new item. And it's the same or close to this one. In fact, they're identical. It follows right on top. So there you see how you can use the vectors and the certain tools, especially layering. Layering is very beneficial and helpful in creating things that you need. This was one of them, where you wanted to create a pocket between the B and the outer diameter circle, but you also wanted to keep it within this square. Thank you for watching Shark Cut Up CNC.